And so thank you for
Thank you for your
us.
time.
Again, we're from Coalition for Justice and Equitable California, and we are here to educate and advocate for some reparations bills. So thank you for a few minutes of your time. There are 5 specific proposals that we would like the team to introduce or support this year. The first one is a state agency to verify eligibility and implement reparations. So this is just history. That's just. But
We're gonna email you.
Okay, perfect.
Once you give us some contact information, because you said you don't have cars.
Yeah.
What's that all about?
It's, everyone's going at once.
Oh, thank you. So this is basically.
No, he doesn't need that.
That's ours.
Yeah, no, that's just
Oh,
what we're
I thought
using.
that-
That's us.
Well, since we interrupted, wait, maybe we should, since we're doing the logistics, what is your email?
It's gonna be my first name, Martin,
Yeah.
Bowie.
Bowie, B-U-O-Y,
B-U-I,
B-U-I, okay.
at asn.ca.gov.
Okay, great.
Thank you so much. So, again, to go into like the proposals that we would like you guys to introduce or support. The first is a state agency to verify eligibility and implement reparations with at least 5 years worth of funding for the agency. So if you can remember, this past year, there was 133180, 1331 for the California American Freedom Agency. That's what we want. The second ask is a reparations fund in the treasury to support the current and future funding for
I'm
reparations.
sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, but it was 1403
Oh,
established.
1403
1331 is the cash.
is the cash.
1403 is
Thank you
the
for
American
correction.
Freeman's. Yeah.
He's absolutely right. So number 2 is the fund, for, in the state treasury. Number 3, our third ask is additional reparations funding in the 25-26 budget. Number 4 is a guaranteed income program for American Freedmen seniors ages 60 and over. And the 5th one is policies to return or compensate American Freedmen for residents for unjust state sanctioned property takings. So when the state took land, we say that Black Americans need to get their land back, or they get their fair market value. And so to make my point, we're gonna ask our colleagues to basically speak briefly about why they support reparations.
Yeah, so I'm Deborah, and I work with the Black and Jewish Unity Coalition. And I am here because this is money that we owe, injustices were done by our state, which is sort of new for me to learn, right? We thought California was a free state, but so complicit in all of this. And we're not going to achieve an equitable society. There's so many societal problems that would be helped. We're not going to get to solving if we allow this wealth gap. It's an enormous wealth gap where white families in general have 10 times as much wealth, generational wealth to pass on as Black families. It's got to be dealt with for all of our benefits. I hope I would like to think we can do something here.
And I'm Carol, and I'm reflecting on the fact that I do a lot of reading, and everything that I've read, be it fiction, be it nonfiction, be it a documentary, even in books, literature, fact and fiction, it has been abundantly documented, the inequities and the horrible treatment that was suffered by African Americans through this country, especially through public policy, which makes it even more offensive. So what I'm suggesting is that we look at those mistakes and try to, offer up reparations as repair for the harm because of the slavery, because of the injustice that we all know, we all fully are aware of. And to, make that a reality in terms of reparations, and not look at reparations as a burden upon individuals' financial circumstances, but rather as repair for harms done, of the harms that are still impacting our community today.
My name is Reggie, the CJ Coalition for Justice in California, and like she was saying about the SB 1403, it's the American Freedmen Affairs Agency that was established us to start the process as far as getting everybody lineage-based qualified for the reparations, and as well as SB 1331 will be the funding from California, and everybody talks about that California They're gonna raise taxes, but if you know that they have 4 reserve funds, and if you just take the rainy day funds and pay the reparations from that, the economy said that it was $800 billion which was stole from us. So, you know what I mean? So $1 trillion, it would not put a dent in it. So, you know, I really think that it should be fair for us, you know, as far as we are behind in everything positive and we're leading in everything negative, high incarceration, death, and everything else. And as far as our kids, genociding our kids here in California and nowhere in the United States, you can teach African American history, which is a shame. So we need that as well. So we need our land and our money, and that would put us back to where we need to be. Thank you.
My name is Reverend Paul Bryan Sr. I run Prayer in God's Street Ministry, Homeless for Heaven, and God's Children Live Matter in Sacramento. Now, the ancestral for our reparation, God said we're to get that. Seeing where my homeless people are today, they're the new modern day slave. They just stole $20 billion from them, from their fund, if you agree. So with them numbers, that could have ended homelessness. I know from the calculations of $10 times 100,000 is $1 million they waste every day. But I see where their numbers are because I want to put them to work. As long as they got tools and trucks, they will work. Because they walk around in circles all day long trying to figure out what can they do. They can't get a job, they can't get your job. So they still have a good work ethics about themselves. They're strong as oxes. So that's where I'm pushing and bringing a reparation in for them as well as what we've gone through for our people.
Hi, Jacqueline McMurray, it's South Central. Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. called the country out on its bounce check to that returned insufficient funds by the Bank of Justice, and reparations can't wait. It's here. It ought to be done. It can be done, not ought to. It can be done. Based on like Reggie talked about, just the sheer numbers in the state of California. The government has a precedence for paying reparations to farmers, veterans, of course, the Japanese encampments during World War II, just to name a few. It's an economic and social injustice, and the manner in which this country has disparately dealt with African Americans who, for all intents and purposes, brought here, not asked to come, brought here to build the country, to build the wealth of the country. And so we're not asking for a handout, we're not asking for a freebie or a social network. We're asking to be repatriated, given what we deserve and stuff. And so, and California can do it. California leads the world. Everybody's watching what happens in California, and so will the world. We can be that model, and we don't want to wait 5 or 10 years to be that model. We can start with this new administration, 2025, and by the time your term ends next August, we won't have a revision of what happened this past August, so we can have some bills implemented.
Praise God.
And my name is Iris from Santa Rosa. So you see, we're all from all over the
I
place,
think
right?
it's great seeing like, you know, different walks of life and different channels of California, which is good. Like, it's all the time.
That's
We're a
right.
coalition of 28 organizations.
It's awesome.
So the reason why I'm supporting reparations, one, because redlining, Jim Crow, the war on drugs, mass incarceration, the school prison pipeline, environmental terrorism. 2 of my grandmother's 5 children contracted cancer, one of which died due to environmental terrorism down in Double Rock area in San Francisco. Economic terrorism, unfair treatment in education and in the workplace have cost every generation in my family. We have currently 4 living generations, millions of dollars in wealth procurement. You know, for my family, who knows what we could do or what good we could bring to the state had the state not stolen that wealth from us. And the second reason that I supported reparations is because a just California is a better California for all Californians. So that's ultimately, you pay the debt that is owed and California will thrive immensely. So that's why I support reparations. I'll give it to you, Fred.
So we want to thank you again for taking your time to meet with us. We'd love to get your contact information so we can follow up.
We got it.
Also, we have a page of information to give you and your team. And also, before we leave, I wonder if you have any questions for us.
No, I think, you know, what you guys are standing for, I would love to just read the information and trying to see who wants to, do you guys have any ideas on plans to, you know, be the author of these bills? Do you guys have any
No, that's the question right now. We're trying to figure that out.
Yeah, just-
Bradford is trying to
He
see,
turned out.
yeah, he turned out to
But
be.
see, the thing is like, you wanna be on the right side of justice, you wanna be on the right side of history. You would want to work with us to bring this legislation to the floor and to be bold enough to put your name in history books. Can you imagine that? Like hundreds of years down the road. So who will we work with? We work with whoever is on the side of justice. Who wants to bring this to fruition. What's your secret?
Patrick Aaron.
Tell Patrick to sponsor reparations.
Yeah, he can put him on the floor.
Tell Patrick
Yeah.
to sponsor that and look how, how impactful that will be. It'll say something about some other folk, but we're not looking at them, we're looking at history being done right, and Patrick's leading the way in the history. That's a
If
bold
you
move.
wanna read, have you read the report that came out from the task force on reparations?
It's at the DOJ.
Yeah, I mean, there's an executive summary that's not so long. It's beautiful, it's history, it's tragic.
The report is like 1,100
It
pages.
gives a direction forward, it gives
The
the
whole-
why,
the whole-
yeah.
Yeah, please send me those,
Okay, we'll be sure to include that link to that report.
Thank you so much for your time, and thank you, we really appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, have a good day.
Sure.
Oh my God, happy New Year. Yeah, that's not Mr. Aaron's now.
I'm not sure. No, Mr. Hardini. How are you? You can call me John though. Thank
Okay,
you.
John.
Hey there, John.
Thank you.
Reparations now.
Yeah, let's just.
Here,
Take care, guys.
You too, God bless
Thank you.
Got the sheet. Okay, no, it's 55, so we want
Let's
to,
go to
You wanna go-
lobby.
Oh, it's 55, you wanna go find Bonta?
and then when we do the, and
And
then
if
we
we have
do
time for
your,
another one, we can.
yeah, so we're doing Republican after
Lobby
Bonte.
390.
This one?
Now, I do not even, I'm completely discombobulated, so I don't know.
I'm like, my feet hurt, I'm tired.
I know, that would have been a good idea.
I know, could have been talking all along. Yeah, like him, somebody called me John. Yeah, right.
I know. Thank you. I know. See, that's because
So we're.
One.
Be gentle on me. I know you've been waiting.
I'm not, I'm just gonna say,
him, you're like,
you know, you're familiar with that, you know what I'm
Okay, I
saying?
just want two things, just to be concise. And then I know.
I just want to see, they need to see our face, they need to, just to know that CJ is here, you know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
especially the CLBC members, I think we should have went that one first, you know what I'm saying?
You're right, actually.
You know, it's just to let them know that we back, you know what I'm saying? We
And
back.
ain't going
Ain't
nowhere.
going nowhere. We'll be back again.
But I'm telling you, I will be very professional. I'm not gonna, I will, because this is important, but I don't wanna see Mia Bonta. Like, I don't wanna see her, like,
And
I'm
when
just
we get
like,
down there, we probably won't, so.
okay. But I'll talk to her, yeah.
At the time of our, girl that
Well,
was
that's
with
what you
us
said,
said that.
that's a recommendation.
LOB 390. So the LOB is gonna be directly behind this building. So if you leave out the exit, so if you leave out the exit, go to the corner and then make a you'll turn on the corner. It's 1020 N Street or 1021 N Street.
In the room where you're gonna go on the rafting?
Yeah, it's in that building. Yeah, 390. That's on the third floor.
I think we should go to the Republican building because she's really closer to where that's at 8:30.
So, no, we
Like,
got
it's in
another
the
picture.
basement. We gotta talk.
We already did our picture of Deputy Brown.
So we gotta do the picture at Post Office?
We already did it when we did this.
Back in the group where, yes, sorry. Back in the group
Okay, I think I know where it is.
I want to know.
It's down there, but it's gonna be over here.
There's a far walk.
We weren't in it.
No,
Well,
that's
that's- Oh, there's people coming down. Sorry.
Is there a far walk?
No,
where we took the pictures.
it's that way. Yeah, it's so where we took the pictures across the street from there.
Basically, we can do it, but we won't do it.
Yeah, there's not, if we go there, we won't be able to come, right. So if we need to go and get her, we need to go get her, if we're gonna go, we need to talk to somebody. We only pretty much have time to talk to one more person.
Right.
So if
So
it's
I think
gonna be
since we're in this
Mia,
building, we should to finish this building because
I think we got to see me. No, let's go see me. Let's get this over with. Let's get me over with. We close with this one. Let's close with the
Let's
COBC
walk,
members.
let's walk, man.
So we don't want to take a chance on being another.
but we go over there, she's not there, we still haven't seen Mia. We go over there. We go over there, she's not there, we haven't seen Mia.
What happened?
We're doing our best. And God is gonna handle the rest. Reparation is definitely needed and deserved. And it's an area like that where we gotta understand where it started and where it'll end. We can't stop it if we don't fight for it. Everything we do for the Black Americans, Black in general,
No, this way?
that's where we came. So I'm gonna tune out, but stay tuned in, because the reparation is about to grow up on this phone. I mean, on this site. Because I want to see people happy. I don't want to see anybody struggling anymore to make ends meet that never meets a equation of a life that's a tangible amount for a person to live on. All these people have lived longer lives than I
In
have.
this session, Reverend, were you taping? Because I saw your phone like.
My phone stayed on.
It stayed on? I thought it was, and then I'm like, I ain't saying nothing in there, especially in case of some of them like,
But you know what we